Hey there, Crystal Thompson here for Studio Katia. Welcome to the live. We are going live 12 p.m. Mountain Standard, 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are creating these two cards using one stencil. So we're going to wait, 1 minute, right? I might have hopped on over about 30 seconds too early. And we're going to be creating these cards. Again, if you're just coming in, this is Crystal Thompson for Studio Katia, and we are creating two cards, one stencil. Be sure to comment. We do have a giveaway going on. So for all the comments that we have, Studio Katia has gracefully offered a $15 gift card certificate for watching. All you have to do is make a quick comment and let us know your thoughts. This is our first official Studio Katia live on the Studio Katia channel and on YouTube. So we are so excited to be here. Be sure to let me know that you guys are here. I'm going to pop on over to my browser and start looking at any comments you guys are doing. So we're doing a one-woman show. So be sure to comment and I will answer any questions that I can when this is over. All right, guys, what time is it? 12:01. We are going to get started with this. So we are doing, again, two cards, one stencil, and we are doing two techniques. This one we're going to be doing some ink blending, and this one we're going to DIY our own paste using Studio Katia products. How are we doing this, Crystal? All right, guys, we are going to be using the Cactus Hugs, and we're using the Happy Birthday for the sentiment. We're going to be heat embossing that. Our next product, we are using the birthday balloons. This was a summer release for the Studio Katia birthday celebration, and we're going to actually mask our stencil on this, and that way we can really utilize most of it and you don't have some random balloons. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Next, I have a box of treats. This is the box of treats. You're wondering where I'm grabbing this stuff. We are going to be using brand new to Studio Katia, the Studio Katia brushes. And let me tell you about these. These are smaller than the competitors, which makes it really easy. And then you can see how different they are on the edge. And the reason they're different is that when you're blending, you're not going to get any of the color. So when you have makeup brushes, look at your makeup brushes and you'll see that they kind of go all the way up, and these don't for that specific reason, because we really want to be detailed about where we're placing our color. And these are a smaller size and they're going to be perfect for our ink blending. Okay, what's next, Crystal? We are using the Silver Polka Fusion. It's a beautiful sequence, and let me show it to you in action. Super, super pretty, right? All right, and for our DIY paste, we're going to be using the Studio Katia Chunky Glitter, and this is just the glitter. And then for the rest of the products, you're going to need a black cardstock, pink cardstock, and I don't know why the craft's in there. We'll toss that out. You're going to need a white piece of cardstock, and we're actually going to mat that over. The black cardstock is for the sentiment. And then you are going to need some masking tape, some embossing powder. In this case, I'm using this Simon Says Stamp White along with their embossing watermark ink, and 4 colors. That's it, guys. 4 colors of Distress Oxides. In this case being Broken China, Worn Lipstick, Twisted Citron, and Seedless Preservatives. All right, guys, I'm seeing some people pop up. Welcome, welcome. We are making 2 cards with 1 stencil. Again, I love to make cards that feature just one product, and it allows us to really utilize. So Crystal Thompson, you're just coming in, like to focus on using all my products for multiple things. So we are going to begin by masking the stencil. You're wondering, what in the world are we masking the stencil? And the reason why is that many stencils have different shapes in them. You might end up using just one or the other, but often we have a little mistake because we end up getting like the corner of one or the corner of the other. So in this case, I have some masking tape, and there's several different types. So this is masking tape from the store, and this is used for painting, even though it's purple. And so this is different than the masking tape you can purchase for paper crafts. And the reason why is that I was trying to be economical about my craft supplies, and I actually ended up kind of ruining my card because it was way too sticky. So I've been trying to find different ways to use this masking tape, and one of the uses is that it will come off your stencil, and it's great to be able to use it to mask, and by leaving some of that sticky part exposed from the stencil, it's going to hold it down so you don't have to actually hold down your paper that you are stenciling or ink blending or whatever it is, the technique that you are creating. So we are going to mask this whole thing. I'm going to speed up on this, and we are going to create these awesome cards, and you're going to walk away with some inspiration, and you're going to walk away with a couple new techniques. So I covered my balloon there, so I'm going to move that over so to expose that back part. And last but not least, we have our stencil. So now you have an array of these 6 balloons, and let me show you what it ends up looking like. So we're just kind of layering them on, and it looks really, really cool. And this is going to be that DIY paste. So before we get there, we are going to begin by creating our first ink blended card. So how are we going to do this? So I have my cardstock, and as you can see, it's going to pop out. So how are we going to protect our surface? Of course, we have our handy dandy piece of cheap printer paper, should I say. And I am going to place just a little stick of paper there, or of dog tape. And so we are going to place this, and you can, like I said, you can very well use some more masking tape to hold it, but this is pretty sticky, so it's going to hold very nicely to our surface. Let me move some of this stuff over. Oh, don't move my camera. And we're going to bring in our colors. So I have my Studio Katia ink blenders for each color, as I don't want to mix and match any of the colors. But if you end up doing, or you only have several, just 1 or 2 of these, they're so friendly and they wash so easily. So we are going to begin with our ink blending, and really think about the color process of this. Where are you going to start? And we're going to be doing multi-color rainbows on this. As you can see, this is my finished card. So every balloon has a different color on it. So you can create a kind of a galaxy balloon if you're going for more just a fun card. So we're just going to start and grab this color, and look how fun. And again, these Studio Katia brushes are so easy to blend. So now we have this beautiful gradient of dark to light. So anyways, guys, tell me where you're from. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know if you're sneaking in the bathroom, watching from work, or you're at home, or where are you guys at the airport, heading somewhere fun. I love to hear where you guys are from. This is Crystal Thompson, and I've been doing videos for Studio Katia. Did you know that Studio Katia has a YouTube channel? Yes, they do. And so myself and several other team members like to post videos and tutorials using Studio Katia products. And that way you get some inspiration on what to do with the beautiful stamps and dies that Studio Katia has. So I'm adding my blending, and as you can see, it kind of moved on. So this is blending really nicely. So we got that pink, it blended into that purple, into that broken china blue. It's going to repeat the process over here, just a little bit lighter. And this is why I was telling you guys that it's super fun to have these smaller brushes. I didn't go over here because the brush was that small. You notice some of the other competitor brushes, you'll end up having to work a little harder with your ink blending because the brush is big, and so you're having to do more masking. And the last thing we want to do is create more work for ourselves, of course. So hi all, welcome. We have more people joining us. Thank you for joining us on our first ever Studio Katia Live. And we are doing 2 cards with 1 stencil, really maximizing your supplies. And this is Crystal Thompson, if you're wondering who it is. One of these days, we will have a second camera, and I can kind of look at you all, your beautiful faces, and to chat. So until then, you get my hands. So raise your hand here. How many of you have this specific stencil? This was released back in the summer for the Studio Katia celebration of their birthday, and we kind of did like a whole birthday theme. All right, so we're gonna expose them. Like I said, there's tape behind because we masked our stencil. It's gonna hold it down for us. So there you go, guys. Look how pretty that is. So we're gonna add more color. So we're gonna bring this down. And this is where you really, really, really have to be careful. And the reason why is that you have this really thin line. So if you color over it, you're gonna get this funky line. So again, by using your Katia brushes, you are going to be able to really go in and color that without having to go. So we're gonna start on those little intricate pieces. We're gonna come in with that broken china and just using the tip of our brush. Let me show you. This is why we go live, so you can see the mistakes. So let's see, lift that up. We're gonna place it. There we go. Is that right? Yep. Guys, I love lives, and the reason I love lives is because it shows you the mistakes, shows you how to fix them, shows you that it's not edited. So card making, you know, this is a fun process. Man, this is moving again. I'm gonna have to mask it, and I'm gonna have to go for my other masking tape. If you do not have other masking tape, I'm gonna show you a little trick. There's oils on the palms on our hands, and if you're nervous, like I am, you're gonna have lots of it. So we are going to place this down. It's gonna hold it down. And there we go. Hopefully it doesn't move anymore. Is it gonna move? Nope, we're good. Let's get rolling, right? So I'm gonna try not to put any of the blue on places that I already have blue. So here I'll probably do a lot of purple, but I'm gonna add blue down here. And so I am going to just add some color on all the balloons, and that way I can put my blue away. And what this does just makes it a lot quicker to do some of this ink blending. Okay, we're gonna continue on. And again, this gives you a good first look at the Studio Katia brushes. And again, they're really little. I'm not gonna bring in the competitors, but guys, I'm really liking these, not just because we're doing a Studio Katia video, but I really like how small these are. They're soft and they're really pliable, so you don't have to work too hard, especially if you have arthritic hands. I can't wait to do a whole card of just ink blending and test these babies out. And these are available on the Studio Katia store. Okay, we're gonna add some more color to this. So what are you guys creating for? I feel like I'm all Christmased out already. Is that allowed? Is that an allowed feeling? Christmased out? No, that's not true. You will want to see the Studio Katia Christmas release, the holiday release. It's amazing. It truly is. It's beautiful. You're absolutely fall in love with it. Okay, there we go. Okay, maybe. Just trying to match it there. All right, I'm done with all the other balloons. So we're just gonna do this last one right here, and we're gonna call that good. All right, we're gonna reveal, and I'm actually really happy I didn't have this huge line. So we're gonna come in with our water brush as soon as I find it, and we're gonna spritz some water onto this. Oh, there it is. Kind of just rolled away. So it's just a normal water brush that you use for watercoloring, and we're gonna flicker water onto that and let that beautiful Distress Oxide react with the water. So what are some of the questions you guys have? I am seeing you guys are here. I'm so happy you guys are here on our first ever Studio Katia Live. Okay, so now we have our card, and this will be ready to embellish and place on our card panel. So we're gonna grab our card panel. In this case, we have a beautiful piece of foil cardstock, and this is Tim Holtz, and I have trimmed it to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is just gonna be placed down. So when you're doing some of your ink blending, really think about where, like what color you're gonna put behind and really focus on that. In this case, I felt that worn lipstick was perfect for it. So I'm gonna use my Tombow runner, And guys, when I'm done with this live, I'm gonna come in and add all the products used so you guys can look at your stash and see what you have there and what can you use. And you don't have to specifically use this birthday balloon. Studio Katia has so many beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different dye or different stencils that will work really well. So look how much fun, just adding that foil really interacts really nicely with that pink. All we have to do is add our happy birthday strip and the silver polka fusion, but we're gonna do that in just a minute. So we're gonna set this aside, we're gonna let that dry, and we are going to move on to our next card. So this is gonna be tone on tone ink blending along with a DIY ink paste, glitter paste, so you don't have to go buy tubs and tubs of glitter paste that ends up drying. You know what I'm talking about. I've done it. I bought the beautiful tubs of these glitter paste and all these separate different colors, and they end up being dry after the first use. So it's very discouraging to see that. And I know there's some tips and tricks for it, but how about we just make our fresh and our own DIY glitter paste that you can use any glitter on all your Studio Katia products, because we know we have our Studio Katia glitter. So we're gonna repeat the process of the ink blending. This one's gonna go a lot faster, and the reason why is that we're not using a ton of color. So we're gonna use our mask stencil again, and I am so tired of it moving around, so we are actually gonna attach the thing to our paper here that's protecting our surface. And then for our colors, we're gonna be using the warm lipstick along with the seedless preserves. And again, think about where you're gonna place your color. And as I said, this one was gonna go a lot quicker. And then when you are using cardstock as opposed to your like Nina paper or your white cardstock that's made for blending or stamping, cardstock does take a little more color. And so as you can see, it's coming in on beautifully. Then we're gonna move on to the worn lipstick. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? What are some of the things you guys would like to see? You want to see more live shaker cards with a couple scenarios of oops, I messed up and let's fix it type of stuff? What do you guys want to see? We really want to show you guys how to use all the Studio Katia products. All right. Okay. And again, comment, stay tuned guys. We do have a gift certificate up for grabs for live viewers. And we are going to try to go live every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 1, right? Central? Oh my goodness. And we're gonna do it every Thursday, and I'm gonna come in and show you different techniques on how to use your Studio Katia products. But next week, we have a new release, a holiday release that you will not want to miss. And the first look will be here, of course. And there'll be giveaways and a blog hop and all sorts of beautiful stuff. So as I'm ink blending, I want to be sure to tell you guys to grab your Studio Katia products at Studio Katia, because that way you know you're getting authentic product, quality product that is actually the proper size. Okay, and then we're going to flicker with water. And it's really kind of fun that you have overlaying balloons. I feel like we need something down here, so I'm going to just grab these two, and we're going to do light pink balloons on this. Okay. And then we're gonna grab our water brush and flicker more water. Okay, so while that dries, we are going to do our DIY glitter paste. And again, this is a great way to not spend all of our monies on glitter paste that's gonna dry up. So I'm gonna clean off my stencil. I know I got my surface, okay. And that way we don't get any color on it, but if you wanted some color on your glitter paste, we'll show you how to do that in the next installment. All right, so I have my acrylic block. So this is what you're gonna need for your glitter paste. You can grab an acrylic block, something that you can wash pretty easily. Remove these stings. And we are gonna grab our Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. So you can use any glue that is clear, and it will really allow you to see where you're placing all your stuff. I know you can use that Elmer's glue, like the kids' school glue, the clear one, if you really want to be economical about your glitter paste. Now we have glitter paste or glue ready to go. Then we're gonna grab our Studio Katia glitter, and we're gonna add this to it. And then you're gonna need a little spatula that I misplaced somewhere. Let me find one. All right, and it's just a metal one. I usually use a plastic one, but anyways, it doesn't matter. You can use a plastic knife, so whatever works. Plastic spoon, you got it all, right? And we are going to mix this beautiful glue and glitter concoction. And Studio Katia does have different glues, so depending on color, you can add different glitter glues to this. You can even add chunkier ones. I've done it with sequins, but in order to do sequins, you really need a really large stencil that has a straight shape. So we'll have to do that for our next tutorial. If that's something you want to see, let us know. Comment you want to see that. Okay, so we're just gonna do one layer of our glitter glue, and the reason why is that it's already pretty busy. So I'm gonna try to add this glitter glue onto places that there are no colors. So like here you have that empty colors or empty spaces in your cardstock. Sorry about that. It's lunchtime. So are you guys commenting in order to get into that fabulous giveaway just for watching live? Okay, so now you have, look at this. It is glitter glue that you made, homemade glitter glue, so you know it's better. And it's gonna just, see how fun that is? It's not any different than that stuff that dries. I'll have to figure out a way to add color. I'm thinking watercolor drops, right? That way you can create your own colors. All right, to be experimented, and then once that works, we'll have to do a tutorial over it. Or we can go live and we can do it based on suggestions. So we are adding the beautiful glitter glue that we've created. And I really like, as opposed to just adding glue and then adding the glitter, the reason I like doing it this way is because you will have different levels, like different dimensions of the glue, as opposed to just having clear glue and then adding, glitter over it. It does look different, I promise. Okay, we're gonna use the last little bit to this little corner. Alrighty, almost there. And another beauty of doing your DIY glitter glue paste is that you can make more. And you can make it glittery or less glittery. All right, now so I'm gonna hold up my cardstock and I'm gonna remove it. And see how clean it came out because I added my glittery fingers to it. Look how fun. And honestly, it's the same thing. It's just that's dry. All right, so while this dries up, we are going to create our sentiments. So how are we doing our sentiments? We are gonna be using the Cactus Hugs Happy Birthday. And I love mix and matching sentiments. And I believe this is from our spring release. So again, another way to use. And I just really wanted a clean and crisp happy birthday. We have so many beautiful scripted ones, but I wanted just something super, super clean. All right, we're gonna just clear up some space here. We are doing a live. There's no editing, which could be good or bad. Let's hope nobody walks in. And we are going to use the Simon Says Stamp Embossing Watermark ink. You can use whatever you like, Versamark, Bruce Monroe, whatever you like, whatever is your favorite embossing ink. And then I have white embossing powder in a little container and a little spoon. And we're gonna do our next technique, repetitive stamping. So again, this is gonna be super easy. We're gonna ink up And if you're unsure about being able to stamp straight, use a stamp positioner. I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with getting a nice clear image every time. I'm gonna stamp that happy birthday, and I like to hold my stamp over the cardstock just for a couple seconds so it really soaks up that color. And I'm leaving enough room in between all that stamping so I have enough room to trim. So I'm gonna bring this over and I'm gonna reveal it. This is like that reveal color stuff that little kids get. Oh, and you have happy birthday. So we're gonna bring in our heat gun. I'm gonna turn it on. Sorry, I don't wanna blind you or deaf you. We're gonna come in at the bottom. And that way we don't blow any of our heat embossing powder away. But you still get to see the heat embossing come to life. Oh, I missed a little spot there. We got it. Don't overcook it. If you overcook white embossing powder, it disappears. True story. Okay, we're gonna move this away. We're gonna put this, actually put this on the floor because I know I will spill it. All right, I'm gonna set that aside. Bring in your paper trimmer. And Studio Katia does have a gorgeous array of dies that you can do like little ribbons and stuff. I'm gonna keep it super clean, super simple. And we're gonna start trimming. Maybe, there we go. So we got one strip coming up. And then we're gonna trim this just a little bit closer to the edge of that happy birthday. Be sure that your blade is nice and sharp so you don't get any fuzzies on your cardstock. And we are just gonna continue cutting these strips. Oh, that's what snagged it. There we go. Guys, this is live. There's no editing. This is a for reals crafty session. And I hope you guys are crafting as well. Hi guys on Facebook. I just turned over to check out. You guys are online. And you know what? We're going to let that be. But I don't know why I stamped 3 times. I don't know. Options. That's why we stamped it 3 times. We have options. All right, we're gonna come back with these beautiful cards. Make some room for everything. And now we have these 2 cards, which is, I'm kind of digging this one, but this is really pretty. And you could totally change out that back color. All right. So we have just a little bit of those fuzzies because my blade wasn't the sharpest on that trimmer. That usually isn't my go-to trimmer. But an effort to not show off, an effort not to blind the camera with my old school trimmer, we do this. Okay, so next, Crystal, stop talking. We are doing the foam adhesive. So this is double-sided foam, and you can get this anywhere you like, and I believe Studio Katia store does have it. I'm gonna hop on over and grab my scissors. So I like to buy my rolls in one size fits all, and then I like to trim them. So we're gonna do, I've trimmed a little piece, and I believe some of these strips are actually, I think this one is the only one, thicker than, or thinner than the strip. So we're gonna just cut a little bit of this so we don't see the back of it, and it just stays nice and clean. And you know what? I'm really leaning towards doing a shaker card on our next live. Let me know you guys want to do shaker cards next time, because there's a lot of little tips and tricks we can do when working with foam adhesive. And I think that's the most intimidating part about using foam and shaker cards is that, you know, like, where do I put it? So anyways, all right, so I have my strip. I think I'm gonna place this one down here. Let's see. All right. So we have that strip for that happy birthday. I love the foil. I'm in love. And then we're going to come in, and I'm actually just going to trim another piece because I kind of totally messed up that other one. All right, we're gonna add a piece of foam to this back part. Make sure it's not being exposed on this side. And then I'm gonna place this one down here too. And so when you're trimming strips of cardstock, I've found that if you trim them on something that is already 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so whatever it is, the size that you're using, you end up just making the one cut, making it a lot easier and a lot quicker. All right, guys, we are at the tail end of this tutorial. 1 stencil, 2 cards, DIY glitter paste. We are rocking it here. So for this, I'm gonna be using the Tombow Mono Liquid because it's out. We also have the Studio Katia glue, which is fantastic. We're going to put some on our surface here, and we are going to vary the sizes. And I know that people like to make rules about putting them in 2s or 3s. I just like to fill where there isn't a something. And so it's up to you, but I think one of the biggest things is just add different sizes, like don't put the same size. So I'm gonna add my dots of adhesive or glue first, and then that way if I'm like, you know what, I added too much, you can always just kind of dab it off, and it's clear glue, so it works really well. I'm using a Crystal Katana. This is actually a nail tool for nail techs that we are using to grab our sequins, or in this case being the Polka Fusion. I'm gonna put that over here, the silver Polka Fusion, and it really is a sequin with polka dots that are holographic. I know it's like all, there's so many things, and it just gives it something different, and I haven't seen anything on the market quite like this. So again, be sure to comment if you're joining at the tail end of this tutorial. We are giving a $15 gift card to this Studio Katia store. We will draw a winner here shortly, and I will probably message you with the winner. This is Crystal Thompson, and I'm so excited to be teaching this quick tutorial on how to use a very beautiful stencil for the purpose of 2 birthday cards. And you know, we're just using different techniques. One was ink blending by masking our stencil, and the other one was creating our own DIY glitter paste with Studio Katia glue. And guys, that does it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to comment. I'm trying to center it. There we go. Be sure to comment. Let me know your thoughts. Which one's your favorite? Every comment gets entered to win for a $15 gift card. Products will be listed shortly. And be sure to stick around. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Same time, same place. Talk to you guys later. Bye.